Hello guys, Like here. Now, as you can see, we have a little bit of a setup here with my doll in the back here. Now, of course, somebody's recently, I forget his name, his or her name, whatever, about finding a substitute for, the stain remover that you normally get from the doll vendor. You might, if you don't know, it kind of looks like this. It comes in a cup little deal like this with the lid comes off. See, I'm just about out, but there's somebody that was talking about a possible substitute, and they said that the ingredients are this baking soda, and with that, toothpaste. Of course, this is the brand that I went with. It's Crest Radiant Mint. I mean, you could probably use a different kind of toothpaste. I mean, that's if it actually makes a difference, which I'll talk about here in a second. But, that's just the toothpaste that I'm making, just so you know. Cost me about a few dollars, but you could probably find another toothpaste that probably costs you like $1 that you could probably use. Now, what I'm going to do here is that what I did is I mixed the toothpaste with the baking soda, put a little bit of water into it. As you can see, just enough to kind of even it out a bit and make it so I could kind of stir it together and everything. And so I have that as well as just regular baking soda with a little bit of water in it here. That I'm also going to test out as well as this, because I want to see how well this stuff actually works. That's if it actually works at all, of course. That, and if the toothpaste is actually making a difference, I'm also going to kind of test that as well. But let's see here. But of course, what I also got here. Oh yeah, by the way, before I forget, the reason why, I'm trying to do this, of course, is because you see this little thing here. That's not really, my hands aren't even that big, and this thing is just tiny. This thing, little Dooley Bob here, will cost you $35. No kidding. That's at least from the site where I got this from. This costed me $35 to buy from Real Love Sex Dolls. And there's another thing of it that you can buy that's a little bit bigger. That'll cost you $50. Just for a bigger thing of it, of stain remover from that site. So, to say the least, this stuff is freaking expensive to get. And I mean, altogether with this toothpaste and the baking soda, I'd say it costs you around, $5, $6, and that's it. So, hopefully this does work, because this shit is fucking expensive. And you also have to wait for it to get delivered if you ever need it. I always advise people to have it delivered ahead of time, or with the doll. Anyway, so enough about that. And what I've also got here is just, water. This isn't glass cleaner. I just put some water in here for, just cleaning it off. I also got some paper towels, Q-tips. Q-tips are something that are kind of good to use with this stuff, actually. But what I'm going to do with it is that I'm just going to use it to kind of stir it and kind of lay it out. You know what I mean? Because you can kind of spread it, using a motion kind of like this, a circular motion. But it's actually just kind of easier to just use your bare fingers and hands, to be honest. Because sometimes you kind of have to press it in there kind of hard, just so you know. Anyway. So, let's see. First, as you can see, I have also a towel here. That's a good thing to note. I'm going to take my Q-tips out, I guess. And first, we're going to try the baking soda with the toothpaste. I'm going to stir it around here a bit. Make sure it's in there nice and good. And as you can kind of see, I'll try to kind of show you. As you can see, there's a little bit of gray here. You can see it maybe a little bit with that camera, but not too much. But sitting here, I can clearly see all of the dirt. In fact, I probably should have brought a flashlight for you guys. Too bad. Anyway, so I'm just gonna put some of this here, and I put a little more on there. Okay. See, I'm using my 2 fingers. I'm just pushing it in just like I would usually do with that other stuff, with that other stain remover. You have to do this for about a minute or two. Just kind of push it in. I mean, not only am I testing if this shit works at all, but I'm also testing to see how well it works. Like, does it only clean off the surface, or does it actually get rid of the stains? That's what I'm trying to test here, as you can kind of see. Okay. I think it's at least getting rid of something off the surface, as I can kind of see. But how much is it actually getting rid of? As you can guys kind of see, it's a little bit, because the color of the crest with the baking soda here is kind of a bluish color. And as you can guys kind of see, it's kind of a, I would say, gray color now from all the dirt and stuff. Because some of this is actually dirt, by the way. Now, of course, while you're doing this with this stuff here, normally you have to leave it out for at least a few hours to even a day. Just kind of leave it there like that. So I actually might kind of come back to this to see the effects. But from what I've seen so far, it's at least getting rid of something off the surface at least. Okay. So I'm going to put this aside for a moment. Get another Q-tip here. Feels kind of cold to the finger. Now I'm just going to use straight up baking soda with water. I can kind of feel that it's a little bit harder to stir with just the straight up baking soda. Okay, I'll just put that on there for now. Now, just as a note, it's actually good sometimes to use baking soda as a cleaner to clean off your dolls, actually. However, you might not want to use it to clean off any areas where there's any makeup, like lipstick or even the regular face makeup, because sometimes it might get rid of that if you get too close to the makeup and rub too hard on it. But other than that, baking soda is also a good thing to use to clean off your dolls with. Okay. I mean, just so you guys know, this whole leg is basically, these whole legs here underneath like this, where the doll would be sitting, it's all dark. It's all grayish colory. And it looks like I'm at least kind of cleaning off a little bit of the gunk off the surface, at least with that. Let's see. Yeah, this shit really gets on your hands. Kind of have to dust your hands off. I'm not really sure, to be honest. if that really made much of a difference with the toothpaste, although when you mix it with the toothpaste, it is actually a little bit easier to use, it seems like. So, okay. Now, I'm going to, of course, use this stuff, the real stuff. I'm going to have to kind of use my fingernail to kind of scrape it off the bottom here because, like I said, I don't have very much left. And I'll do it right here. Get that off. Now this stuff here, the stuff that you buy from the vendor here, it looks like it's working right away. The other substances took a moment to start working a little bit, but this is working right away. Like, I can already tell this stuff is more reliable than the other stuff, than the other two things, you know, the substitutes. It's coming right off. Okay, make sure she's nice and in there. And I can already kind of see the color get swept away here with the real stuff here. So, and earlier today or yesterday, the guy was like telling me that this stuff is basically baking soda. But from what I'm seeing here, I don't think that's really the case. Now, as you can well, I'm not sure if you can see it from there, but when I use this stuff, the real stuff here, on the lower leg here, that's coming right off. Now, and when I use this stuff, it's a little bit easier to work with, and it looks like it's maybe taking something off, but so far, it's not really working as well from what I've seen, and it's not really taking as much off. And it kind of goes the same with the baking soda, which I would say kind of slightly performed worst out of all. But at least it looks like with the baking soda, it's at least helping get rid of some of the stain, at least some of it. So far from what I'm seeing, the real stuff you buy from the vendor is the best. Again, I don't know why it's $35 to $50 just for a sliver of it, but you know, what I'm seeing is that this stuff does work. And if you seriously need to get rid of a stain from your TPE doll, it looks like I would still just recommend this. However, I am going to kind of keep on working here and, you know, kind of keep on trying to use each and every one of them to see how they are working, you know, to see the final results. And with that being said, I will end the video here. I will make, maybe a part 2 video of this to tell you the final results and try to show you the final results. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.